I wouldn't quite call you smart. Does that qualify? You didn't remember that. Dumb. That qualifies me as dumb. That's what it qualifies me.
We are joined now by Carthage College head coach J.W. Kiekefer and players Matt Slavinsky to his right and Zach Bultice to his left. And Coach, I'll let you open up with a statement.
Wow. Just so thoroughly impressed with the way our volleyball team played today. We came out on fire offensively. I think we had a pretty good scout and we were just trying to work into it. Maybe didn't make the greatest defensive plays in set one, but our offense was so elite tonight. You know, again, Zach Bultice leads the team in kills, which is just something outstanding from the middle. 765 in an NCAA quarterfinal against the third-ranked team in the country is just so absurd, and that's a good big credit to our passing tonight with Kyle Cohan, Matt Slavinsky, Peyton Weeder, Carter Schmidt, and then another, Gene McNulty was just unreal tonight. He made so many digs in the backcourt, ran a perfect offense. Sometimes it's those unsung heroes like Gene in the background and Kyle Cohan in the background that keep us in system, and that's what makes us elite. It's not one player; it's 7 and 8 and 9 and 22 across the roster coming at you.
I guess, Coach, it felt like a lot of scoring runs for you guys. There was some in the first set. There was a 6 or 7.1 in the third set. Just and obviously, Bultice and Slavinsky and Schmidt were all part of that. Just talk about what it meant to get those kind of runs in this match.
Yeah, we talked a lot about defense wins, and that starts from the service line. I thought we did a really nice job with our float serves, putting him out of system. You even got some aces with our float serves tonight, and when you can do that, it's going to be pretty easy to score points. This man over here didn't have the greatest service night of all time, but he's saving it for next weekend. I can feel that one coming. But yeah, the float servers were unreal tonight. We were able to make runs. They kept them in the court on the guy we were trying to hit. And again, it's those unsung heroes, the float serve to get them out of system. Gene McNulty with big digs. And I thought Carter Schmidt and Matt Slavinsky were creative at the net tonight. We talked about a space on the court that we were able to score with off speed, and they ran that to a tee in set one and as we went. So we were elite in the middle of the court with the one ball tonight. That was a scout. We did it really, really well. When we were there, when Zach and David were there, it was pretty impressive. So yeah, the runs are based off the defense. Gene makes a ton of digs, and we ran balls down the backcourt when we needed to.
Zach, you and Carter Schmidt were on fire tonight, to say the least. 22 kills combined, 4 errors, 46 total attacks between you two. And as Coach said, Will Blocker hitting 765, leading the team in kills today.
Yeah, it's definitely, like JW said, an awesome credit to everyone else on this team. There's no way anyone on our team can hit over 300 without everyone being at the same level of talent. Slavs on the gap, or Slavs on the outside, is opening up the middle for me. Me going down the middle, opening up the big for Carter. It's everyone playing to the best of their ability helps everyone else play even better. And I would be able to do that 765 without everyone else doing their job. And it's an awesome opportunity to be a part of that amazing offense and that ability to score at that high of a level.
I guess, Zach, what does it mean last night you had double-digit kills. Tonight you have that again. What does it mean to follow last night's performance with an even bigger one?
Well, it's definitely something I'm very excited about. At the beginning of the year, I was challenged with a lot of different injuries. I've been in physical therapy all semester for my arm. My knees have been going left and right. JW almost had a heart attack when I blew my ankle out the day of our first round of conference, and just battling injuries and finally being able to come back and help this team get to where they're at is amazing, and it just makes me so happy.
Matt, this team all season long has just gone about its business. Again, I'm amazed at how loose you guys are in warm-ups, and just how instantly when the match starts, the intensity and the fact that you guys are all playing for each other out there at all times.
Yeah, I think that really starts with the guys on the bench. We are as good as they make us, and obviously they don't get enough credit because they're not starting. But they're going to get their time, and I think that they make us who we are, and we're a team. It's not just the 7 guys who play, it's everybody.
Coach, take us back. That loss to Dominican again, starting the season 0-3, and I mean, just this complete turnaround, and the team finally making its own identity here, rather than the team from a year ago.
Yeah, we've talked about that a lot, John, over the season. I think, we maybe pressed a little bit early on in that match. I think, and today, I think we felt it a little bit. Maybe it was end of set 1 or end of set 2. We made some tough decisions with the ball and kind of swung those seams. Got blocked pretty good on one swing, and we just were pressing a little bit from across the court, from the defense to the serve receive. We just kind of felt like we were pressing, and that's what it felt like early on in the season. Like we almost all tried to put the weight on our backs individually instead of really trusting everybody across this roster to go make plays. Each team has to do it differently every year. And we talked a lot about that going on, but I think there was a lot of pressure to host the NCAA tournament. It's just, I know from my end, that's how I felt it, like wanting to get here to play in the Final Four in front of our fans. All the work that Kelsey Peterson, Nate Stewart, John Swallow, Mike Swartz, Sam Boyle, like all across the board, those people who support us, all the work they had to put in all year, I know I was feeling it. And we had to all have a collective conversation of let's trust each other. Like, let's have high-level communication and trust each other, trust the system. And I think it took weight off my shoulders when we had that conversation. And I think the captains would feel the same way, of just going about our business and trusting that our good is good enough. We don't have to be perfect. We just got to be good.
I wanted to talk about Carter Schmidt and Zach Baltice again tonight. Was that the goal coming in, trying running the offense between those two, knowing that this Dominican team last night, 18 blocks against North Central, so they were ready. They had North Central's offense down pat. So was this as an opportunity to kind of switch things up and put Schmidt and Baltice as the focus tonight?
I think they both talked about how complete this roster is, from 1 to 22, the entire group. And what makes this team elite is we're not just beating you with Matt Slavinsky, right? Matt hits 318, 333, 11 kills. 1 ace, he was really good tonight. Obviously, he was really good. But Zach Baltice leads the team in kills. Carter Schmidt also had 11. David puts up 9. We can beat you in different ways, and I think you saw that against North Central in the CCW final, where we didn't come out with the hottest level of volleyball. We worked and we found and adjusted and found new ways to win. And when you have a complete roster across the board, every one of those guys from 1 to 22, and you're able and willing to make adjustments, and you have that ability. So I think those 3 losses, we were working through the adjustment pieces, how do we adjust and where we go different when people are in front of us. And we made a lot of adjustments throughout this season. We slowed the go ball down. We worked a lot on the big attack in the middle. We started with a gap earlier this season. We've gotten to the 1 ball. And so having to beat people in different ways has led to us being able to do it in one match, right? Being able to go from one offense to a different offense with a snap of the finger, and that's why we're so tough to stop right now.
Zach and Matt, do you ever think you would get an opportunity not only to defend a national title, but to now defend it on your home floor? Can you talk about this experience?
Yeah, well, I've actually been here before, because about 5 years ago, Carthage did host the national tournament.
You're the only one.
Yeah,
You're the only one
and we also lost to Dominican that year to end our season, so kind of sweet revenge for me. But it's an amazing feeling to kind of, be able to be at my apartment, or these guys in their dorms, not having to stay at a hotel, and just being able to do your daily routine. Kind of nothing really changes for us. It's just another home game.
Yeah, it's an amazing opportunity. I talked about it was the year before I got here. They hosted in 2019, I believe, and that was so cool. The idea of being able to possibly win that title at home in front of all of your friends, family, everyone you know. And when we found out that we actually were going to be hosting it right after we actually won, it was ecstatic knowing that we could actually do what we did all the way out in Virginia, but at home with every single person we know in the area, everyone that we do this for, the entire school, and bring that title here. And the opportunity and everything we've done to this moment has been absolutely incredible.
Especially having our alumni here is really.
Yeah. I was going to say, quite a few alumni here tonight, and now they're going to get the opportunity to come back.
Yeah, I think that was the one piece that was so sad about. Not sad, that was the wrong way of saying it, but the one not absolutely incredible thing, right? Last year with COVID, you didn't get fans to watch you go undefeated. We had a very small number of fans who traveled us to Virginia. It was obviously it's absolutely incredible to win that thing, and we were so ecstatic for ourselves. but it takes a village, and to get to bring everybody into this exact feeling, right? To bring it back for the alumni, so many heartbreak experiences for this entire program, and to get to win one for them was awesome. But to now get to do it for them, with them here, it's that next piece that we really want to do for them, for us, right? But it's so cool to have them with us at the same time.
Can you, real quick before we let you go, speak on your opponent next week, Wentworth?
Yeah, a great win by Wentworth. Evan Giglio is a good friend of mine. He's a person who I respect highly as a coach. Jacob, I don't know how to pronounce his last name, Laboulier, I believe, on the left pin is really, really athletic. He's a 6'8" outside hitter who can really move the ball and find some space. I would expect him to have probably hit like 450 or something to have beaten Rutgers Newark, because that's another really, really good. Everybody's good at this point. Nobody's a bad team anymore. So Laboulier is a fantastic volleyball player. We're gonna have to get in front of him and scout him really well. Find ways to stop him. He's a National Player of the Year candidate. So that's really all I know about them. Like I was so much more concerned about this regional, and we knew we were going to get Dominican. Like we knew we were going to get them here in the final, and I've spent so much time throughout the season of getting this scout ready to go for these guys that I haven't really looked out east. There was no reason to do that. So we'll get a lot of coffee going. I had 2 Red Bulls down there on the bench with me to try to stay awake here for this match. So probably some Red Bull as well. We'll get some good scouts in, and we'll be ready to go. I trust this group. They run a scout really, really well, and I'll stay up until 2 in the morning to put a good one together for them.
Any other questions? Coach, congratulations. Enjoy this.
Thank you.
Looking forward to having you back here in Kenosha next weekend.
Appreciate it, John. Go Firebirds. Thank you.